Hey guys, it's Woody the Unexceptional Gamer, and I am back. For those of you that don't follow my channel that closely, I just took a 14-day Disney cruise from Spain to the Caribbean to Florida, but it is time to talk about something new. I did daily vlogs on that, and I'm sure you guys have seen enough. So I woke up this morning and I thought, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What will today's topic be? Because I'm not like, swimming with stingrays or anything. And I thought, you know what? Let's check out this Modern Warfare 3 private game mode stuff. Because I looked, Robert Bowling has tweeted about it, but I haven't seen any of the major YouTubers talk about it. I did a little search, didn't see it. If it's been done before, apologize, but let me take my shot at it and show you what we know about the Modern Warfare 3 private game types. So I'm going to start off with the boring stuff. One thing I like to do when I talk about this information and give you a level of certainty. Is this 100% confirmed or is this rumor or whatever? This is 100% confirmed. This information comes from tweets from Robert Bowling, and it comes from a press packet that they handed out at COD XP. I was fortunate enough to get VIP press access, and they gave us some details about the game. So this stuff is totally reliable. Now the boring stuff. Two game modes that are coming back in private mode are gun game and one in the chamber. If you guys remember, gun game is the one where you play, then every so often the gun switches, you work your way up. You start with the Python, then the guns get better, then the guns get worse, until finally you get that ballistic knife kill and you win the whole thing. It was cool. It looks like it's not going to be back as a public mode game, but it is going to be back as a private mode game. Then the other one's one in the chamber. We know that one too. You walk around, if you kill a guy, you get an extra bullet. If you shoot a guy, you get every kill gives you a bullet. You work your way through. Cool game stuff, but not new. So let's move on to the new game types. The first one is Infection. In Infection, everybody is on one team except one guy who is the infected. And when he gets a kill, the enemy team goes on to his. He recruits them and he becomes part of his team. And now there's two people to bring the infected over to their team. The idea is to hold out as long as you can and be the last guy who's not infected until, of course, the whole team mows you down and it's over. It's a little bit like Michael Myers, like you go through one by one and knock the guys off until finally, it's you and that last guy. Maybe it's different than Michael Myers in that it becomes the whole team against one guy. But this is a private game mode that will come out of the box with Modern Warfare 3, and it'll give you and your friends something different to do than just public matches again and again. Let's move on to the next one. The next one is Drop Zone. In Drop Zone, you hold the drop zone for team points and care packages. So I imagine it to be a little bit like holding a domination flag, a single one. And while you have that area, that is where the care packages drop. They help you maintain it. They help you, own this thing. And the other team is there constantly trying to take it away from you. They have the advantage in that they can control the engagement a little better. You're in this area that you have to be. And while you're there, your team points are going up and up and up. But while you're there, you're also exactly where the enemy knows you are. They can lob nades. They can do their thing to take the... they have the advantage because they know where you are, but they can, pretty much come from any direction. You have a nice advantage in that care packages drop in and give you a hand. Then everyone's goal is to hold this privileged position of the map where the team points are granted to, and the care packages drop, and that's that. So it's a private game mode match, and it should be pretty cool. Let's look at the next one. Next is Team Juggernaut. This is the second to last one I had to talk about, and they're actually very different. With Team Juggernaut, with the support of the Juggernaut, kill players on the opposing team. First team to reach the score limit wins. So this seems a little bit like TDM, except that you have the Juggernaut, and team tactics can play a big role in it. With TDM, it's kind of every man for himself. I guess there's call-outs, but really TDM is about your slaying skills, about the way you navigate the map. With Team Juggernaut, in these private game matches, then things could be a little different. Maybe it's how you effectively use your Juggernaut. How many kills the Juggernaut gets. How many deaths the Juggernaut can prevent you to get by using him as kind of a moving barrel and shooting over his shoulder and doing your thing. It looks like fun, and also it seems like a really good private game mode match, one that doesn't translate to public very well. I have this idea that guys at Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer, Activision in general, whatever, Treyarch, that they have these ideas, but knowing that players don't always work well together. Like, imagine that you put this Team Juggernaut mode, where one guy's a Juggernaut and everyone else is a regular player in a public match. Well, I could see the Juggernaut not cooperating, not wanting to work with you, maybe not having a mic, right? That's really possible. So this is a really, really great idea for a private match, something that I can see, guys working together and having a good time with, that probably doesn't work as well in a public match. So anyway, that's Team Juggernaut. There's one more. It's called Juggernaut. Let's take a look at it. Juggernaut. Kill the Juggernaut to become the new Juggernaut. That's it. That's all I have to say. I don't know how you win. I don't know if you win by spending the most time as Juggernaut. I don't know if you even can win if you just have a good time. I don't know if it's like maybe most kills, but does the Juggernaut have some advantage to getting more kills? I know he moves slowly. Heck, I might be able to get more kills as a mobile regular player than I would be as a Juggernaut, especially if the Juggernaut only has a riot shield and a pistol like he does, I think, in the support kill streaks. I've been away too long. But anyway, this is the last game mode, and there's one other thing I want to talk about with private game modes that's really pretty cool. Private matches have been significantly enhanced to allow players to create new customizable game modes in addition to the new modes I just talked about. Also, you can share them. So let's talk about that. We've seen modes like Infection, Drop Zone, Juggernaut, etc. They've enhanced what you can do in private modes to make your own games, and that's really cool. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever played Mike Myers, if you've ever played Bumper Shields, or if you've ever played Dodgeball, but people have been making private mode games without any way to really enforce the rules. Like, I know half of the games of Dodgeball, if you don't know what Dodgeball is, I think everybody gets a throwing knife and nothing else. You have to use the throwing knife. Usually they went to like Favela by the soccer fields or Terminal by the metal detectors, and they would just throw the knives back and forth. You pick them up off the ground, there'd be no respawn, and you try to survive. It's a lot like Dodgeball, but in video game sense. The trouble is, half the time you play, there's always some D-bag who whips out his gun and mows people down and thinks it's awesome because he just got like a six-piece, while everyone else is there with a throwing knife in their hand, you know, kind of bummed out that he broke the rules and ruined the game. Well, now you'll be able to create your new games, whatever comes into your head, and enforce the rules through the game match. Now, the other thing is sharing them, right? So if you come up with this awesome game, then you can save that in your file share and then give it to a friend of yours, and then he'll be able to have the thing, and he'll be able to set up games with the rule set that you set up on his own, which is awesome. And then there's one other thing, COD XP. So with COD XP, people will be voting on these different private game matches, and the most popular private game matches will rise to the top, of course, and then we'll know about them. So maybe, you know, like the game modes that Infinity Ward came up with are good, but the game modes that the community comes up with are great. Well, if you're in COD XP, you'll be able to take those game modes and check them out and play them with your friends and whatever. So yeah, this is what they have coming in the private game modes. I thought this was a pretty neat thing. I haven't seen anyone else share it with you guys. So, there you have it. That's the private mode stuff. And COD XP, I don't know if sharing private game modes is going to be part of the paid COD XP or part of the free COD XP. For me personally, it hardly matters because I'm going to pay for it. Look, I'm on YouTube, right? I would be stupid to not know about a big part of the new game. For you, I don't know. Maybe after I get COD XP, you guys like me and the rest of the YouTube community to figure out if it's a good idea for you. Probably is if you're a COD player that watches videos like this, because it's a cheaper way and a faster way to get the new maps. I don't know if you guys know, but the maps come out monthly if you're on COD XP, and I think they come out in batches if you're not. So, you know, you'll want the games as fast as you can. Anyway, that's the new private game modes, and that's today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Give me a like, give me a fave if you think I earned it. If this is stuff that you haven't seen before and you found it interesting, then I always love it when you do favorites. So, and I love it when you like it. White boy line, wow. Anyway, let's talk about other videos. Alright, so if you like this video, you can click on the red box at the bottom, give me a subscribe. Otherwise, here's two videos you may not have seen. The first one, based on the views, most of you haven't seen it. What happened is I used YouTube's scheduled uploader to upload Call of Duty videos while I was gone. And actually, towards the end, as you go further away, nobody even gets notified of your videos. The YouTube scheduled uploader is not very good. So, here's it's a Mail Monday. It actually came out on Wednesday. I did it with my wife. It turned out really good. The ratings were high, but the views were low, so I figured maybe you guys would like to know about this video. You can check it out, enjoy it, whatever. And then the other one is Never Lose Again. This is an older video, but what it is it's this website that I put together with another guy, Sassman Jr., and it allows you to make friends and play these games together. You can say, you know, what platform you play on, PC, Xbox, Wii, PS3, and which games you play, what time you play, where you're from, so you guys all have, like, useful lag, and it helps you make gaming friends, and gaming friends makes the whole thing so much more fun that, because you win and then you don't, get beat up in the lobbies verbally and all that nonsense. And it's so much nicer to roll with friends than it is to play alone all the time. And you can maybe put together a game battles team, whatever. But the reason I mentioned it today is I did a video about the Modern Warfare 3 private matches, and the Modern Warfare 3 private matches are like worthless if you don't have friends to play with. So this thing will help you put some friends together. Maybe guys who are still playing COD, guys who are still hardcore, I don't know. And you can meet new people, have a good time, and then when the Modern Warfare 3 comes out, you'll have this ready stable of friends ready to try these new private mode matches in. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. Have a good day, and I will see you tomorrow.